Recording session number 4. Recording session number 4. And here we begun. Continue. Okay, relationship there. So right now we are at this part where it's almost over for Isabella's story. And Isabella could also die here, apparently. But okay. Dot dot dot. The cat's name is Berutil. Berutil. Or at least that's what his collar says. It's an odd name to give a cat in my opinion. But it speaks grace much like the one that carries it. It shows the way that he swishes his tail and his eyes follow my hand's every movement. I'm not sure what he finds fascinating in me, to be honest. I wasn't very much picture of grace when he found me after all. It was a bad idea carrying 2 heavy bags of newly bought arts materials and groceries without the help of a sure ride home. In hindsight, perhaps I shouldn't have bought all of this at the same time. I didn't even make it past the park. And now I'm suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on the park bench and drenched in sweat, in the company of a cat curiously watching my every movement. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat, but back at home they considered ill omens.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that I've ever acted graceful in my life, of course. Growing up with a rowdy younger brother and sister does that. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use of moping. A short breather and I'm off home. Besides, it isn't like the company's bad, even if it's cat, as long as it doesn't bite or crosses my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
He has one, doesn't he? An owner. That's what that's calling for, isn't it? A bandage is wrapped on one of its paws, though. I wonder what happened to it. Did he run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I tried to bring one home before. A cat. Not black, of course.
What's wrong with black cats? I have black cat.
Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
I take a small packet of sweets from one of the bags inside me and pop it open. As I'm about to put it into my mouth, he meows. My hand stops.
Do you want one?
He doesn't meow again as I'm expecting him to, but I take his unblinkingly gaze as yes. I shift the piece to my palm and hold it up to his warily. He sniffed at it once, twice before. Beetlejuice! Like a good properly trained pet, Berutil responded as soon as he's called. Recognition comes as soon as my head snaps in the direction of the voice. Miss McCullough. Hard to miss what's with her height.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you? Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCullough.
Miss McCullough? McCullough?
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Bruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even run away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Bruthiel's a she.
Okay. She, all this time I thought. The pause in conversation, if this can be called one, it's uncomfortable. It is. We are merely 2 people working on different jobs for the same client. Frankly, meetings like this don't happen a lot, and if it does, it's simply nodding heads is enough. Still, trying to be friendly wouldn't hurt, right? Let's see. I guess it doesn't matter wherever we choose.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, we got an
About
increase.
about your work.
What about it?
There is something guarded in her expression at mention of work, but I pushed through with my question.
I just want to know how it is to work on a house like the Ermengarde mansion.
Urban
Is it
Girl
hard?
Mansion. I guess she wasn't expecting a question like that. If the way her eyebrows shot up tells me something.
Because of its age? I wouldn't say it is. It is a challenge considering the factors me and my team have to sort out. But it's a good project. A breath of fresh air from what I usually work on. I
Whoa,
have a
she's
good
so
team.
happy. Look at her face.
Those original fittings, though. It might be old, but the architecture is magnificent. I'm sure you've seen the stained glass windows in the foyer. Oh, I can already think of so many things I could do with it. But of course, my team will have to double check for necessary repairs here and there. That's probably for the best. It's easy to break some key elements with a rush restoration job, and who knows what other hidden issues there might be underneath. People can be so careless. I'm sorry, I spoke too much.
Oh, she likes it when we talk about her job.
No, it's okay. You seem to really love what you're doing.
It's not really like that. I'm just lucky to have found work in an interesting field. Anyway, Bruthiel's due for her visit to the vet. Nice talking to you, Miss Santos. I wish you luck with what you're planning to work on. It seems like a big project, too.
She gestures with her head toward the bags, the one filled with stuff I've recently bought at the art store.
It's a project for a friend, actually.
All the same. Good luck.
I watch her as she leaves, though she stops shortly before crossing the threshold separating the park and the streets. She faces me again, looking like there's something she has forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion. With my clients, it's the rights. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Ah, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion.
The letter, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Someone. I want to tell Miss McCullough that the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They are real. She is not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I hastened to pick all the bags I have left on the bench and ran as far as my legs can take me. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hand weighs far lighter than the overwhelmingly guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to go home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of the house, of her, of my own cowardice. The food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think that someone who had been on a continuous binge of instant noodles would find a home-cooked meal enjoyable. But it isn't. Hunger isn't what's gnawing at me tonight, neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly in the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. It's hard when the things you have tried to forget keep returning to the forefront of your mind. It distracts you, eats at you, devours you. I wish this would stop. I wish I wasn't the one who picked it up. I wish it was someone else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home. Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Huh?
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
Nani? Rose?
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her two-bedroom flat with the words "Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
No. No. This isn't what I want. This isn't supposed to happen. None of this supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Legends. That's what everyone has kept telling me, so why? And I... Immediately I rushed to my study table to search for my phone. My hand cold from dread clings tightly to as soon as I touch its edge. A piece of folded paper, the letter, lying unassumingly beside it, slips onto the floor when I pick up the device. Oh boy. But I pay it to no mind. There are more important things. Right now. Right now. I need to call her. I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not too long ago and she was okay. No. 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 It isn't Rose, I'm sure of it. I just talked to her and a sob escapes me and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighted by the very same guilt I refused to admit I had been carrying from the start. The same one I have been hiding from. The same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's numbers on my contact list. She'll answer, right? That's what she always does. She'll pick up, tell me to turn down the waterworks and call me a worse afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Oh no, she's crying real bad, like a little girl. Again and again I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose. Don't do this to me. Please pick up. I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
The TV runs loudly in the background. A deafening static sounds from my phone's speakers. But in my ears I can only hear the screams. Her pleas. Her whispers. Help me. We are not safe. October 24, Monday. A buzzing sensation jolts me awake. My body still wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. But it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly I become aware of how awkward my position is and the act that accompanies sleeping in a curved position the night before. If I even sleep at all. The moments are impossible to forget now that, now that Rose's gone. They say it's easier when you say it out loud. Instead, the word weighed heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. I should have. The notification lights on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly when I look at it as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. I check it nevertheless out of habit more than anything. If this were one of those typical days, I would happily comply and get myself to our office. Today my limbs just feels heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other hand, the place itself is a stark reminder of what my own fears have cost me. Ooh, I have two options, go to work or stay at home. Let's see. So go to work. If I go to work, there's something here. I'm not sure what is going on. But stay home has also this two here that goes that way. I'm curious what this all about. Let's save. Alright, let's see, hold on. Go to work up here or stay home here. I think the real option that I want to go for is go to work because there's no point bobbing around in the home, right? If you stay home, you might have ghosts, but go to work seems to have something there. So First, we're gonna stay at home, and after we go to work. Okay? My hand automatically moved to press the delete button. What's the use? I won't be able to work anyway. Wait, branching? Let me see the branching. Oh yeah, okay, stay at home. Not with this waking on me. Not with the images. Not with the images flashing in my mind. Not with these voices calling for me. Over and over and over. I flop back down on my bed and discard the phone on the nest of pillows beside me. The TV is still running, I notice vaguely, having been left open the night before, though I have no desire nor interest in it now. Rose is dead and it's all my fault. Shoving a pillow over my head, I make an attempt to sleep again. Anything just I won't feel this heavy feeling in my chest. Ooh, Becca. A cheerful voice with a tinge in hesitance greets me when I answer the sudden call.
Hey there! How are you feeling? Good morning, Becca. I just want to check on you. I heard the news. How are you doing?
It's as if her question has opened the damn emotions of I've been keeping at bay.
Becca. Rose. Rose, she...
Shh. It's okay. I know. I'm sorry. I know how much she means to you.
No, you don't understand! This is what I've been telling you guys!
What you've been telling... Alright. Tell you what. Why don't we eat dinner together today? I heard the diner near your office is serving your favorite today. My treat?
Another one, huh? Another branching tree. Is there any different if I choose any of this? I still want to save. Shit. I'll save. Save. Okay. Okay, first we go with... Let's go with, decline her offer.
No, I'm not at the office! Ugh, never mind! We're not safe! Not anywhere!
What are you talking about? And don't shout. I was just inviting you to help take your mind off things.
The letter!
This again? Ghosts aren't real, Isabella. They're just stories made up to scare children.
You're always saying that, but look what happened to Rose! I know what I saw!
The police says it's a homicide case.
Didn't you see what's in her room? That's not something another human being would do! Come on, Rebecca! You have to believe me this time!
Isabella, I know you're in shock, but you have to wait for the authorities' findings. You can't just make assumptions based on some stupid letter you picked up somewhere.
How dare you, Rebecca? How dare you?
You're still not going to believe me. Even if someone else already died, no?
You know that's not what I'm trying to get at.
What if Zach comes next? Or Ashton? Or you? Did you see what she did to Rose? We're all completely powerless against her, and you still won't listen!
Isabella, enough already. Where are you anyway? At home? Of course you're at home. I'm coming over.
Forget it. The same. They're all the same no matter how much you warn them. I let the phone slide off my grip and turned my attention to the news. Never mind, Rebecca's still on the line. She never listened anyway. They never will. I'm all alone in this. At the end of the day, no matter how gloomy the headlines are, it's still better.
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I have got to check. Frantic, I open my laptop. The loud tapping of my fingers against the key fills the room, and for the rest of the day as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and list of employees hired under BRC. The night has fallen by the time I finish the database, and I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of stuff, they may have a lot of agents hired, but I remember seeing those names anywhere. After all, they are also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters? Not that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is.
My train of thoughts get cut off when the arms involve me from behind. Free hugger? Free hug? I couldn't help but laugh. When Becca says she's going to do something, you can be sure she'll do it.
You didn't have to come over, you know. You have classes tomorrow, don't you?
What?
And I'm sorry, okay?
Who is she talking
I
to?
didn't mean to yell. I, I just didn't want what happened to Rose to happen to you, Zach and Ashton. I wouldn't forgive myself. I think I figured out something too. Listen. Rebecca, sorry. I need to answer that. I've skipped work today. Rose is gone and
Who is she talking to?
my boss is probably beyond furious. No doubt that's him calling.
She doesn't budge. Is she still angry? The phone's still ringing in the background.
Rebecca? What's gotten into you?
Holy shit. Oh, that one surprised me. Nani? The beginning. Okay. Oh, I died. What? Oh, I died. What? Wait. So, will I die on the other option I choose to? Interesting. Oh my god, this is so interesting. No. Before we go to Hana. No. No. I wanna go back. Look, this one. Yep, this one. Okay. So this one, this one we die. So what about this one? Meet up with her. Perhaps it's better to talk to Rebecca about this in person, not over the phone and when I'm come. It's not too late. She might still listen to a reasonable explanation.
Okay. I'll meet you after school. So long as you don't make me pay, okay? I've already treated you to free food the other day.
You know I'm not like that. If there's anyone who should be complaining here, it's me.
But promise me you'll stay safe, alright?
What's gotten into you? I don't think that's necessary, considering I'll be at school the whole day. I'll wait for you here, understood? Don't be late. I can only stay until...
Promise me. If something bad happens, you'll run and...
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
I lift the phone away from my ears and turn my attention to the news. Never mind that Becca's still on the line. These faces. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they?
Becca, I'll call you back. There's something I have to look up.
Wait, Isabella, what are you...
Frantic, I press the call button and open my laptop. A loud tapping of my fingers against the key fills the room for the rest of the day as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history about the current owners and the list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of stuff, they may have a lot of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they are part of the crews who work with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Still, I've got to check. One by one, call after call, I go through each person missing on the list. This isn't anything illegal, right? I'm just someone concerned for a fellow coworker. The night has fallen by the time I've gone through the whole thing. They're gone. They're really gone. No one knows where, but they're gone. Then the letters? No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in a fraction of a moment. These people and
I
Rose.
need to tell someone.
They need to know. Zach, Rebecca. That's right. We agreed to meet, she needs to know. Of course. Of course. The letter, my phone, the papers, anything that will be useful. I'll grab all of them to make a run for the nearest bus stop. I'm already late. Becca must be really annoyed at me, but maybe if I use subway I can still get to her before her patience snaps. As I run, I bring up my phone to my ear, her number's already being dialed. Each ring in sync with the quick tapping of my foot against the pavement, the sound taking away the edge from the agonizing weight. She's not answering. I turn to the nearest shortcut I know, a small street Becca has warned me to never take before. No lights, no other pedestrians passing by at this time of night. It's dangerous, but right now I have to. If I want to fix this, I have to get to her. Reaching the crosswalk at the end of the short avenue is a relief. A little more and I'll be at the station once I get to the other side of the street. My fingers fly over the keypad again in another attempt to call her. 5 seconds till the sign change. Please answer. 4 seconds. Becca's still not picking up. There. I read out her number for the third time. 2. Please, I beg of you. 1. My feet already moving. And finally it connects. Help me. The wall grins to a halt. And when I look up, she's there. With the same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. Her voice reaches out to me again, calling like the other time. Whispering, drowning my ear with endless pleas and cries, gripping me with words I couldn't even begin to understand. They are shadow pulling at the edge of my vision, and the terrors her presence brings wounds itself tighter on my legs this time, pinning me to the ground. Help me.
No! Enough! How can I possibly help you? I couldn't even help myself. Or the people I dragged into this.
She smiles, her lips contorting into something menacing. And right then and there I understand the cutting anger in her eyes and the depth of the circumstances we found ourselves in. There is no escape. It is the last thing I see before my phone slips away from my finger and... Whoa, what? Oh no. Whoa. Whoa! Look at her, even her legs is tilted like that. Interesting. Load, go back. Wait, what? She didn't die, this one? On this ending, she doesn't die? Oh. Whoa, that's interesting though. Interesting. She didn't die on this one. She's not gonna die. So she survived. This one is the death one. Okay, that's interesting. Makes me want to go to this side now. Like stay to this route, but let's see on this side what's this about. Mopping won't get me anywhere. This is just like some of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad things get, and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter I dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. They like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I pick up and then shove it into my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This too I'll deal with. Somehow I'll find a way to make things right. I have to, before it takes more people from me. even if I must do it on my own. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Breyer's Realty Corporation. Except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present has already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they're likely to see it in the morning news, in the newspaper, or various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone gave me a white bird as though the mere mention Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but it only served to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss called for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what is it about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. Oddly, I would appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed. There's no date for a funeral yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff? None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights papers, and have been promised to an ample compensation for my effort. I think he's expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to anyway, if I want to forget. Time flies when you do, and by the time I notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his name. Rose likely does. He remembers people easily like that.
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
The radio blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Missing, aren't they? Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. The loud tapping of my fingers against the key fills the office for the better part of my shift as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have lots of stuff, they may have lots of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they're also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters? No, that can't be. I hope this is not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is.
Something snaps into place in a fraction of a moment. These people wrote the letters?
I need to. No. If it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? If I have proof, maybe. I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but maybe there is still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, paper, anything that will be useful, I grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should. The noise cut sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming pen into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
Someone must have left their printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn it off, another person is certainly going to have to feed tomorrow over wasted company resources. Most of the time it's Rose who does the nagging, but the clicking of my pen in my hand is welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride my feet takes also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I lost sight of the janitor minutes ago, and with me being the only one left, the tapping of my feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, 5 pages are already strewn about on the ground. The paper tray also been left ajar. Sighing, I pick each of it up to put someplace proper. But the page that greets me next makes my blood runs cold. The chill that makes its way up my spine is numbing as day in the attic. The sheet crinkles under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it wraps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself, take the first step out of here, total darkness suddenly envelopes me. Ooh, girl, she's coming to get us. Wait. Oh, we gotta go to the ghost part here. A soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness that has descended in the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at this sound. Familiar. So familiar now. Yet my own traitorous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. It's her, standing in the only exit in the office, albeit facing away from me. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know it's the same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic. I take a step back, the pen I'm holding slips from my hand, and her entire head turns. Whoa. A scream almost escaped my mouth, and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. My heart is pounding hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sound of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and telltale squeal of something wet as she walks toward me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. Someone please save me. Anyone. I close my eye, muttering a continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please, please don't let her hear me. The seconds, minutes stretch out before me agonizingly. Is she gone? Slowly, I open my eyes to take a peek. I don't dare to move or make a noise. In the face of such terror, I can only beg. Let out silent pleas to whoever is out there. Please, please don't let her notice. I want to live. Oh, okay. 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 So now this one is straight to Hana. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna continue this one. We're gonna continue Hana's session on the next one. So thank you for staying still and I appreciate you. See ya.